What's good, everybody? It's your boy ShawnFromNVY back with another video. Before we get into this video, I want to take this time to thank everyone who subscribes to this channel, everyone who took the time to like and comment on any of the previous videos. Also, big shout out to those who donated through Super Thanks, Super Chat, or decided to sign up for memberships. All of it is appreciated. It's not mandatory, not required, but if you feel that you want to support the channel, feel free to do so. So today I came across this article on X from Sports Pro, 50 most marketable. I thought this was quite interesting because here lately I've been talking a lot about the WNBA and players being marketable or not being marketable, some players being likable or not being likable. So they released this list of the 50 most marketable athletes of 2024. A lot of these players on the list I'm not too familiar with. There's some on this list that I am familiar with, but I don't really watch the sport. But for this video in particular, let's just talk WNBA. If we're looking at this list and we're looking at the top 10, at least the top 10, it's by no surprise that we got Caitlin Clark coming in at number 4. Caitlin Clark is in great company when it comes down to marketability. Now, like I said, to me, this was no surprise at all. Number 1 draft pick in the recent WNBA draft, 2024 WNBA Rookie of the Year. She set crazy records in her collegiate career, and she set even more records in her first year as a rookie in the WNBA. So to me, that wasn't surprising to see Caitlin Clark at number 4. Of course, we all know Simone Biles. She's the most marketable athlete in the world, hands down. That's no debate. Simone Biles is her. Now, I'm not much of a LeBron fan, but to see LeBron still in the top 3, let alone the top 10, at his age and his stage of his career is what some would call unprecedented. And I agree with that. That says a lot to me. And for Caitlin Clark to come in number 4 behind LeBron James says even more to me. And this is why we say this is the person who's the face of the WNBA. Has nothing to do with race. Although some people are gonna say, they're gonna give you this whole spiel on how white played a part in her being anything successful. And what I would say to that is, they obviously haven't seen this girl play. Seeing Caitlin Clark play, you would instantly become a fan. If you're a person who really just enjoys the sport of basketball, Caitlin Clark plays the game how you're supposed to play the game. Now, the point of this video is, even looking at the top 10 of this list, Caitlin Clark is the only WNBA player mentioned in the top 10. Let's see how far down we have to go before we see another women's basketball player. Now we're looking at 11 through 20. Paige Bueckers is 16. Paige Bueckers isn't even in the WNBA, and she's more marketable than anybody else in the WNBA outside of Caitlin Clark. Going down to the next line, now we're starting to see WNBA players pop up. Breanna Stewart, Kelsey Plum, and A'ja Wilson. Now, for A'ja Wilson to round off at 25, especially after me saying that I don't think she's marketable or likable, even though in my recent video I said the more I see her off the court, she's starting to warm up to me. Honestly, I believe if A'ja Wilson never said Paige Bueckers, Kelsey Plum, or the other white players had privilege, A'ja Wilson probably would be okay with me as far as likability. Now, is she marketable? Still in my eyes, not quite. Now, I did a video on the Wall Street Journal style interview she got with Reese, and the interview wasn't bad. It kind of gave me a different perspective of her, but one thing I will say is, if more of the black players will stop making things a black thing, there's nothing wrong about you loving who you are and where you come from, your culture, your heritage, whatever the case may be. It's just that sometimes when these players mention their blackness, they also have to mention struggle or that another group of people have privilege over them. It's nothing wrong with mentioning your struggle, but you don't have to pull others down to lift yourself up. Now, outside of A'ja Wilson being at 25. Now, A'ja Wilson is supposed to be the face of the league. A'ja Wilson is a 2-time MVP, a 2-time WNBA champion, and a 2-time Olympic gold medalist. She's supposed to be your face of the league. Any other player with these type of accolades in any other league would be the face of your league. And a lot of people say the face of the league is supposed to be something organic. I agree, but I disagree at the same time. Like me personally, I wasn't a LeBron fan. Right? I felt like they was forcing LeBron on me to the point where you eventually start to like him. Same thing with music. You can hear a song that you just don't like, and they can constantly play it over and over and over to the point where you just like the song. Although we would like the face of any league to be an organic pick, most times that's not the case. And even if A'ja Wilson was to be the face of the league, I feel like we are past the moment where A'ja Wilson was supposed to be the face of the league. The face of the league now is going through Caitlin Clark. That's just my honest opinion. A'ja Wilson is a better athlete than Caitlin Clark, but I can't say she's a better player than Caitlin Clark. I just can't say it. Now, getting off of A'ja Wilson, at 26, we have Angel Reese. For someone who likes to assume or likes to think that she's in the same league with Caitlin Clark, going from number 4 to 26 is a long drop. Now, the fact that she's on this list, I give her kudos for being on this list, but maybe this list will actually show Angel Reese her value of being a WNBA player. Probably won't, because Angel Reese thinks she's bigger than what she really is. And hey, if that's your flavor of Kool-Aid, drink it. But for Angel Reese to think that she's in the same ballpark as Caitlin Clark, that is the definition of delusion. Now at 28, Sabrina at INSQ, I think 28 is a fair spot for her to be in. She's not yet a household name, but I won't discredit anything that she's worked for. She has her own shoe. She was in the NBA three-point contest. That stuff builds your value. I'm okay with that. For the WNBA to not get as much promotion or watch time in most recent years, for last year being as great as it was, I'm still surprised to see this many players on this list. Now, it would have been nice to see players like Napheesa Collier on this list. I think she's marketable. You guys let me know what you think about that one. Coming off of the year that she recently just had, reaching the finals, she's someone I would want to see on commercials, on billboards or whatever. Also, if I'm being fair, I like Courtney Williams. I think Courtney Williams is a very charismatic player. I would love to see more articles, more ads on her, more billboards. Hopefully she gets some endorsements. But she, to me, was very entertaining in the playoffs, let alone the finals. Now, I believe that if Cameron Brink would have never got injured, we probably wouldn't have seen Angel Reese that high on the list if she was even on the list. I think Cameron Brink would have been in the top 25. That's just my personal opinion. I'm hoping that next year, when the season hits and Cameron Brink's back on the court, she can really display what got her to this league, because she's her. I don't think this was a bad list. Now, honestly, I was surprised to see Travis Kelce on this list as high as he was on this list, but maybe that was a big push from the Taylor Swift thing. So Travis Kelce might gotta thank the Swifties for getting him on this list. Of course, you know, we got Steph Curry up there, Kevin Durant. They're players that you expect to see up here. Also, shout out to Simone Biles for landing the #1 spot. And any other player who's on this list, I gotta give you kudos. You're doing something good. Alright, but that's all I got for this video. Hopefully I didn't make this video too long. I didn't want to make it too long. I kind of just wanted to show the difference between Caitlin Clark and other players when it came down to marketability. That's been something we've been talking about a lot lately on these videos. Likability and marketability. Who's the face of the league? This list right here basically shows you if there ever was a debate about who's the face of the WNBA. That's Caitlin Clark. If it was A'ja Wilson last year, this upcoming year, it's Caitlin Clark's league. Now, if you guys agree with me about my comments about this list, or you guys got any comments about this list, leave it down in the bottom of the comments and let's have this conversation. Now, do you think the placement of the WNBA players are right, or who would you move up or down? Leave it down in the comments, let me know. Make sure you like this video, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Also, make sure you hit that bell for notifications so you won't miss when I upload videos. Also, shout out to those who sign up for memberships. All right, 4 things. You guys stay safe, you guys stay cool, love yourself, love each other. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.